Welcome to the Peace Entertainment Business Show, where we meet up, share business interests, and hopefully solve a few problems along the way. Peace Entertainment Business Show is our way of providing
as much value as possible.
Preview.
We are taking your questions via social media about the topic of interest, which probably came from a blog. All right, so in this episode, we will be discussing questions from the All Things Writing blog entitled 14 Questions to Ask Yourself When Writing Website Content.
There it is. It's that heavy sigh whenever you think of writing and editing. Maybe you hate writing. Maybe you need content. Or maybe you don't have the time. All Things Writing can make you shine online and in print. This is how we do it. We write and edit articles, website content, marketing materials, social media posts, books, and more. Our blogging, social media, and scripted video packages enhance your brand, your credibility, and your exposure. Plus, we offer web services that support your writing. Contact All Things Writing at 703-530-7445. That's 703-530-7445, because your writing speaks for you.
And we are here with Catherine Gotthard. Good morning, Catherine.
Hi, Siva.
I know, it's been forever, right? Last Tuesday?
Missed you.
I know, right. Okay, so welcome to our audience, and let's get right to it. So, website content. As businesses, we all need it, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so the very first question is, what are your goals? And I think this can be one of the toughest ones for our audience, because sometimes as business owners, our goals are all over the place. And so how do we bring them in? So tell us a little bit more about this question about goals.
Sure, yeah. And it can be really difficult, especially if you're getting overwhelmed and you've got this brand new site and there's nothing on the page. So first of all, my first piece of advice would be go page by page. Don't look at your entire site,
right,
because you'll just lose your mind. Mm-hmm. So look at, say, your homepage. And now you're going to think of, what are your goals for your homepage? Okay. Well, first of all, you should have a business plan. You want to make sure that the goals in your business plan align with the goals that are presented on your homepage.
Okay, specifically the homepage.
Yes. Now that doesn't mean we say, my goals are.
right, yeah. You don't want to be quite that obvious.
Exactly.
Right.
So
it should inform the words, not be the words.
Exactly. Right. You got it.
Okay.
So what you're doing is then you're looking at, okay, so my goal is to reach X, Y, and Z industry, this people in this demographic. Okay. How am I going to appeal to those people? And so now we're looking at things like audience and that.
Right, and audience is further down. Right. So, great. So then, I guess your voice would be really important too. How are you going to write it? Is it, we were talking earlier about mistakes and grammar and so tell us a little bit more about that. What's okay as flavor and maybe not so much.
Yeah, and that's a real tough one too, because you go on a lot of celebrity sites and it's all over the place. And,
right.
It would just make your English teacher cringe.
Trust me too. I was.
Yeah. So you go on that now.
But yet they do well.
Yes, they do, because it's very important that people know who you are as the business owner or as the company brand.
Right.
What do you sound like when someone comes to work with you? What can they expect from your personality, from the interactions?
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you're going to make mistakes, they need to be kind of planned mistakes, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
So, you don't want typos.
Right.
Typos are very obviously mistakes, and they just say, "Oh, this person wasn't paying attention."
They were careless.
Yeah. And
so tell me about a planned mistake. What might be a good planned mistake?
Like fragments. Okay. So fragments are incomplete sentences.
Okay.
And if you use them strategically to break up some of your text, and they flow naturally, because we don't always speak in full sentences.
True.
And you do it in a pattern. Then it's okay to do it. Now, I used to
Okay.
have a real hard time with this, because background was more formal English, and then
Right.
marketing not so.
But a lot of times for your website, you don't want quite so formal English. You want conversational
Yes, you
English,
do.
right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So it's a kind of a fine line sometimes. It
Yeah.
sounds like.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so Sue on oh no, sorry, she's on Twitter. She actually wanted to know a little bit more about words and keywords. She might be talking about SEO optimization. She didn't really mention that, but I think that's kind of what she's talking about. So tell us a little bit more about the actual words, not just the grammar, but the words you use for your content.
Right. Okay, so the words are actually going to indicate whether or not you're being formal or informal, for one
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, that makes
The
sense.
wording also in terms of keywords will be similar to what your competition's using, but you always want to be original, and you never want to plagiarize, ever, 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 ever. Not only is that a copyright infringement, but Google hates it.
Right.
Okay, they don't like duplicate content, and you want to be sure that you are being accurate in your descriptions, not just from a legal standpoint, because you don't want to present your product as something that it's not.
Of course not. Yeah.
But you want to be accurate so that people have a good idea of what they're in for when they come and they work with you.
Right, that's just good business practice.
Right.
You want people to be satisfied and come back to you, or if it's a one-time thing, refer you, one or the other. So
Exactly.
or both, maybe. So
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, so what is your mission? I think we kind of touched on that a little bit with the goals. So what about your value proposition? That's kind of an interesting way to say it. So tell us a little more about this
Yes.
value proposition.
The unique value proposition. It's basically saying what sets you apart from everyone else.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what is your value?
Preview.
Well, Catherine, I wanted to thank you so much for coming today. Really, this has been great for our audience, and we'd love to give you a chance to give your contact information, since our audience will probably want to contact you for more information.
Sure. Okay, so if you want to email me, you can email services@allthingswritingllc.com, or you can call me at 703-300-8495.
Okay, wonderful. So we hope that you have gotten something of value for your business today with our topic of questions to ask yourself when writing your website content. People say to sell yourself, but your product or your service needs to resonate with your audience. I can't stress enough that you need to not only sell yourself, but also your business too. So develop your audience, and we can help with that. Join our membership today and stand out from all that internet traffic.
Preview.